Hello and welcome to my next coding session. It's my project Bucket Manager, useful JavaFX application for managing XML files. So where we landed. Now we need to do some work, and it is all about writing a method which actually verify that I can work with a services model class object. Now the actual result can be determined in only one way. XML output object for services, and I call on him method. It will have method like, I don't know, check if services model setup. And of course I need to get hold of my it expects to get object which is set services object. Okay, and here in my before each I'm actually here I need to pass to call the method. Let me just quickly copy it. So read let me just point read and read input path to service XML, and that's it. So I'm reading here the document, and next move will be like build a set of set services. So let me just quickly execute this command. Build. Okay, so it expects some empty elements, not a problem at all. Let me just call this object again, and then I need to call read exactly. Now I hope it will work properly. Now what I'm doing here, I'm setting up my JDOM document, and after I have done working with my setup, I need to create a set of satellite services, and there I need to I need to call this method which creates the element of lists and puts it through the builder, where I have at the end of the building process my set of set services. And here I'm actually writing a method in my XML output for my services model. Why? Because I need to make sure that I'm only working with not empty set of services. So actually that my expectations are true. Check if service set up. So I need to create this method here, and basically it will go like this. Boolean result is false, and I need of course return result, and I need to make sure that set service object, let me do quickly the if condition. Goodness, what just happened? Okay, so now I need to get the list, and I have here get set of satellite services. Now I think is empty would sufficient, is empty. Returns true if the set contains no elements. So I am expecting to get false, and that means that my result automatically must be true. So I got my set of services. Now why Eclipse have putting some warnings. Let me just quickly delete it. Sometimes Eclipse not always can interpret the code, but I think I got it all right. And here I can actually execute my test. Yep, okay. Now I need to execute my test. Passing through. So basically I know that I work with a full set of services. And the next move will be like, alright, so I did read the XML, I did some stuff with the XML, like, I mean, I'm thinking about the user did some stuff with the data with my objects, and after all that work, he actually expects some result. So what I need to do, I can now write a test which will generate the XML after all that work from the Java objects which I have created. So now I need to do following. Let me just quickly think the next move. So I don't need this, I can close it, and let me just this was actually not so efficient example, but currently okay. So I need to write such a method, because I need to generate the root, and after root I need to generate all other stuff. So basically I need to think about what is my root. And it has a name of cepit, not the set, but the root is a cepit. So let me just write this test void, and basically from the structure it's the same. Testing if XML output root element, I can call it like that. Let me just point here void, and then I need to write some code. Okay, and basically, because with the satellites, where is my sources? Not here. Here is my sources satellites. Here I have root satellites, but in services I have, of course, the cepit. And I need just to take it XML output object gets okay. Let me just copy some stuff because I already done some much amount of job, and it is a proper way to copy some stuff. So basically I am writing a test for testing my root. So testing if XML output root element created. Now here I need to put my stuff. I have an actual result, and here I need just to I need to write the method get some XML. Okay, so basically I think I have this object of which type. Okay, so it's I need to call my outputter for services. On this output I need to call the doc method. I think it is basically almost the same, but I need to change the name of my method. And here I have get sat XML output. I think better to say services. Get services XML output doc. And this is how I'm making sure that I'm getting my sepit. I need to create, let me just need to have one dot. I need to create this method like this, and this is not an object, I think it is JDOM document, and JDOM document I think I need to create this variable private variable. Let me just quickly think. Here I have to create this variable document set XML. I think it will be better if I just write set services XML output doc. Set services XML output doc, and I just need to kill this method, and here I need to add getter and setter. Here you go. And now after doing so, I need to go to my test and adjust my test. Get. Alright. And basically here I just copy the line from here, and here I write creating satellite XML root, creating services XML root, services XML root, and just run this test. Okay, so it will basically fail because I didn't set it up. Yep, I need to do some, let me just think, constructor basically. Create XML root. Is it constructor? It's a public method create XML root. Do I use it? Create XML root in my test. Here. Here I'm using it. Alright. But this is a public method or private method. Public void create. So I need to have a test here. Let me just quickly check it. I think I forgot to write a test for this, for create XML root. But anyways, this is not, this shouldn't be a separate method, you know. I think I need to, yeah, I need to make it to the, like, create XML root. Where is my class? Here is my class. This should belong to the constructor. Yeah, it belongs to constructor actually. It should be, it should be private, and when my, let me just do it like this, public, I just call my create XML root. Because I need all of this data. Exactly. And here in my test, I cannot use it, that's right. And now I can actually run all of my tests. Works pretty well. And the same type of stuff I will use in my other class. Okay, so what I need, and yeah, first of all I need to go to my method, creating, testing if XML output root element created. So unit test does not work because I did not create that stuff. I have to do some work with my XML output. Yeah. Here you go. Now I need to have a constructor here, public constructor XML output of services, and I need to create the private method. Create XML root. Now I just need to make sure that I have proper satellite. I think it will be better if I call it services, and here I need to do it right. Services root set XML output doc. I think I need to do this stuff. And I need to use the right string. And where is my test? Services. now I need to write the step. Okay, here I go, step private method, and I do not test private method because I only test public stuff. JDOM, and now I can actually do the same stuff. This, and I will call the root method. So I'm setting up the root element for my new XML, and cool. Now I just need to run my test, and it should work. Yeah, okay, it works pretty well, and now I just need to run all of my tests. Cool, works. And what next to do? Yeah, after doing that, I need to make sure that check if service model set up. Let me just look up what is next one. Creating, of course I need to create. Okay, so now to the uglier stuff. It is what it is, and some sort of a challenge. Creating XML elements. Okay. Okay, so yeah. Okay, deep breath, and I'm thinking about how I continue further. So I have created my root. Did I forgot to save it? Okay, now I save it. Now I can run my test here once again. Works pretty well for services, and I just need to do following. The next thing which I need to test. So now verify XML output a JDOM document. Okay, so now I need to write a test which helps me to verify that I am actually having not null document. Yep, it will be interesting. So basically here I need to write test. So I know that I'm working with a full set of services model, and now I need to make sure that document which I have created using I need to make sure that my newly created XML document is not null. I can use it to verify it further. Anyway, this is very important for me, and I'm doing this. So testing that XML output a JDOM document is set up. Okay, now let me just do it here. Void testing if new XML document is not null. Then basically writing expecting boolean result is true, boolean expected result, I mean actual result, sorry, actual result, and here I have expected result, and actual result will be the same. Now I need to write the assert equals at the end. So now I just need to be JDOM document, JDOM services document. I forgot to write it. Services, and another stuff will be satellite. I think I did. Wait a second. Let me check my spelling. Satellite with one T and two L. And that's what I need to do. Cool. And here I need to call my object for services, XML output object for services, and here I will just call verify. Let me just quickly look up verify XML output JSON document here. I think I will use the same name for this method. And basically here it does some same work. Boolean result false. Of course I need to return result, and let me just copy some code. Same code. Okay, so now get some output doc. Get service XML output doc. I think it is appropriate. Yeah. And this should work too. Yeah, it works. And let me just check if all of my test runs. All of 4 tests runs. Yeah. Now to the very important part, which is actually creating an XML document. Now I need to make sure that I can create. I can copy it. Just need to write testing if XML output creates XML services XML elements, services XML elements, and here is a basic structure. Yeah, almost the same basic structure. Yeah, I need to use, of course, a proper object name, and I'm calling creating elements and I need to pass the object. Yeah, it goes like this. I mean, it is by the nature the same, almost the same code, but with different kind of values. And maybe I can do another abstructure, but first of all I need groundwork. And I'm basically thinking about the writing always granite work. This will be quite sufficient. So now, if services XML elements are not now. Creating XML elements. Now I need to create this method. And I have written my stuff. So from this point it will get interesting. Okay, because now I need to think about how to proceed further. So basically I need to read from the set services object, which in my case, I think in other testing example, I mean test case example, what have I here? Creating XML elements. So here I think about I'm passing all on object, and there I'm actually making accessing it, and I'm returning returning boolean result. So yeah, it will have the same structure, not the same structure, because I have here 1 level deep, 2 level deep, and 3 level deep into XML. And I have many attributes, so it will be quite interesting. And I need to do some stuff before I proceed further. And basically I'm thinking about following. Do I have all my stuff right? So let me just quickly think. This is a test which I execute, and need to write some code now. So boolean is result is false, and I'm actually need to return result because I want to be sure that I have created my JSON document which consists of XML information. And here I just need to make sure that all of things are going by the book. Let me just quickly think. So I need this variable, status of my service model setup. This model setup. I need to call my verifier. I think that is what I need to do. I'm calling my verifier. almost forgotten. Yeah, sorry. Now I think that yep, I need to write here this, and I need to pass this object here. This is proper. So I'm getting the status of my service model setup. Check if service model set up. Pretty obvious what I'm actually trying to do here. And the next move will be, I know that my service model is set up, and I am actually, do I need to verify that I have created my JDOM document? I don't think so, because I'm calling in my constructor the appropriate stuff for initialization, so I don't need any further things to do. And basically here I need to, now it goes with a list of attributes, transponders and so on. But I need to think how I proceed further. I need to pause sometime. Okay, it was quite a little bit of fun. And let me just gather my thoughts. So basically my test was successful. I got time of the camera, like I would say so. And here you have pretty simple test, but actually it wasn't so pretty. And yeah, I now can generate my services XML. So what I have done off camera, I took like half an hour. First of all, let me just show you where is the problem actually. Okay, so this is how data structure looks like. I have my sets of satellite services. It consists of 3 set services lists. Each of the set service lists consists corresponding transponders, and each of the transponder can probably consist channels, which are Java objects too. And I did successfully manage to transfer all of this information into XML. I mean, from Java objects to XML, and it looks like this. Let me show you that my test actually is successful. So you see, I'm getting the XML with all of the services, and let's quickly check. For example, I have here Astra 90 East. Let me just go to the services, quickly check. So position, DISIC, and now I need to, let me just switch to console. 192. Yeah, 0 maybe become a problem, but not sure that it would be sufficient. So I'm just verifying that the output is a proper format. I'm actually looking for the format. So DISIC 0, transponder ID, on it, frequency, inversion, symbol rate, polarization. Let me just quickly compare some stuff. Inversion, symbol rate, fake inner, polarization, and you have channel services, and and corresponding service types, and so on and so on. Let me just look up another satellite, so you clearly see that I have got all of the satellites. I'm actually set name, and I think the challenging part was actually to parse all of the stuff in one strike. I'm actually not always having so much luck to parse in one strike, but it's some sort of concentration work. But I did manage. So I need to find. Let me just quickly find another Sirius. Here I have Sirius 5 East, position 50. Yeah, 00, I know. But let's just work with these values which I have. DISIC, transponder ID, ONID, frequency, inversion, symbol rate, FEC inner. So I think it is, for the first strike, it's pretty good result, I would say. Now what is for me important, especially, I have written my test, and what I'm actually verifying. So here I am parsing through all of the data which I got getting from my Java objects, and here is the part where I write the attributes for the satellite. Here I write my transponder, and here I write my channels for the transponder. And after each loop I have a corresponding assignment for the corresponding elements of the XML. And at very least end, when I done with all of my loops, I actually, this is a very important part of my code. Here I'm counting the amount of elements, and I expect that I have more than 0 elements, and then I know that I have some elements in my lists XML document, and this is pretty sufficient. This is an indicator that I got the data. Maybe later in the future I will do some verifier, but for now it should be sufficient. Well, now look at this code. It's not so cool to have in one method so many for loops. It's not cool. It's not cool, and I am actually need to do following. So this for loop I will extract into the private method, the factor extract method, and I will call it iterate over transponder channels. And what I'm doing, I'm iterate over transponder. I will say generate because I'm adding the attributes. I'm actually adding attributes and for transponder channels, transponder channels, yeah, that's right. Adding attributes for transponder channels. And now let's run my test. The same result. Basically I'm getting very good result. Okay, cool. Now I need to do following. So I did extracted some method Okay, now think. Okay, so this is a method which I have extracted. Now I'm going to I'm thinking about extracting all of this part. So basically, let me just think quickly about it. So I would prefer, yeah, for better readability, I would extract all of the stuff. Now what I'm doing here, I'm adding attributes for transponder. Okay, now it looks even better. Let's run the test. And it looks cool. So it's always run, it works. Now what I can do, at least I can, here for example, I have all of the stuff, and here I have this adding attributes, so I need to refactor extract method. Now I need to write here adding attributes for services, service. Now okay, so and here it looks even better. I have many private methods, no problem. And let's just run my test. This is actually, I hope you clearly start to understand the power of TDD. Yeah, and I'm getting my results without any problems. So next move is to extract. Yeah, I need to extract this for loop. I hope it isn't ambiguous. So iterating over transponder list attributes setup. Okay, cool. Now let's just try the test, and it should work. Okay, so you see it works pretty well. Now I need to, this is not all which I need to do. Okay, so I have now this part, and I actually have a strong wish to extract this. Service attributes. Now you see how it reads pretty obvious what I'm here doing. So now I need to extract this for loop, and what it, so here I'm iterating over services set up attributes this now, and looks even better. So I'm pretty okay now. Okay, so now I have it some sort of organized. Yeah, but XML creating with a lot of data is always some sort of a mess, and you try the best for all of these reasons. And I hope it will run correctly. Let me just run it. Let me just run it all of my tests. I have my POM here. Now it compiles and running all of my tests. Basically, I'm hoping for okay, pretty fast, and 180 tests. And you see, this is the output of the test where I'm visually verifying my test result, and cool. It looks great. I saw some sort of things, but I would carefully work it out later. Like for example, I probably was with this, I think where I have set tag. Let me find it. Set name. So things here like 0 and so on, but I don't think this is such big deal. Anyway, the lesson for today for me was to generate and output an XML, structured XML. So I have this same structure of cepit, set, transponder and channel. And I have the same case. Let me just go quickly here to the end. I have cepit, set, transponder, cepit, set, transponder. So I got the XML structure. I'm actually generating an XML from the Java object, and all of my tests passing. Let me just close it, all of this, and my test is pretty simple. It looks very great, and basically here I have, I think I don't want to make it even, I'm not I don't wish to make it even smaller than right now, but I think it can be read very easily. Now I need to close it, and now I just run all of my tests. Just make my console big here and make my POM the stuff I don't need. So, and I'm closing all of the stuff. But it was a big milestone in my project. Next time I will write the XML output for my okay, I didn't forgot to uncomment, but test run pretty successful, build success 180 tests. And let me clear it, and let me uncomment the part. I think it is this part. Yep. Now let's try it out. So once again, I did found in my code some method which wasn't needed. I don't know why I have written it, but as a result of this, I did correct this mistake. it was largely not so heavy as I expected, but now I getting through all of my tests, 118 tests, 0 failures, 0 errors, and it works and it goes further. So thank you for sticking with me for this part of coding session, and it goes further. What should be done next? I will write an XML outputter for Bokeh ads. Think it will be pretty easy. I hope too that it will be easier than this last part. And after creating the outputter, there nothing which holds me to finally work at some UI and some frontend. But I am not a frontend developer, and I don't think that my UI will be pretty great, but it will be challenging because one last thought about it. UI need to be internationalized. I wish to have an internationalized UI, and this will be for me big thinking process. Why? Because I need to make sure that my application can be switched on like in real time to different kind of languages, and all of the elements which presents my UI should be, I mean menus should be in the appropriate language. But this is probably for the next coding session. So thank you and have a nice day. Bye bye.